We are live! TAWS America 101. Welcome everyone. Just me and Deathwiggle staffing today. So please be patient if there are any delays to anything. But we will try and get this going as smoothly as possible. The only thing I can't control is if my Wi-Fi dies, which has been happening randomly recently. I don't know why. If it does, rebooting my router usually fixes it, but stream will be down for a couple of minutes whilst I do that. So just apologies in advance. But hopefully it will all be okay. We will see. We already have our first match ready to go. Just get the stuff up for it. And I need to ping so that everyone knows the stream's live. Also, I'm only on one screen today. I think my power cable is not strong enough. So it won't use my external monitor, which is sad. We are going to have a warp. So yes, of course, our first TAWS America since last week, which is the badged major TAWS America 100. So we'll have to see how people do this week. Got some 6-3 going from MW. Not going to get the T-spin there though. Quite sensibly going for keeping the well open for down stack. And going down is going to serve MW very nicely there, winning him the warm-up. Match. Alex Color's going down a bit better this time. Uncovers the well. Doesn't have a piece to immediately take advantage of it. Okay, but has a quad well on the right now. As MW needs to go down. And is just about managing to do so. Putting the O there's pretty unwise. Now got 3 lines of stack on top of the well. Okay, uncovers the well. So it's going to be able to get the quad on the way down. Looking a little bit messy for MW, but not impossible to fix. I'm not sure I like that they kept upstacking there, but that's okay. Color gets all the way down to the bottom, getting the T-spin at the bottom. Not looking very tidy. It's possibly a Z or an S-spin there that could have fixed that at the bottom, but it's okay. Color stack resolves. MW... it's not going to be able to get down from there, though. Does seem like whichever player gets down better is the player who's going to win this. And it was colour in that round. Cover DT. MW is a very messy stack. So MW might not actually be able to survive opener phase, and indeed he doesn't. Colour now 2-0 ahead. Triple double from MW. Colour. Oh no, the I misdrop might be lethal for Colour. MW should just said that quad. That will kill Colour probably, but doesn't. And so MW not sending that quad means MW does not get lethal. I guess they weren't board watching, and that is going to be fatal for MW. I mean, I don't board watch much either, but usually you get, I don't know if MW's plugged into the sound, you get audio for when your opponent's about to die. It's usually, when you hear that, probably worth glancing over and going, oh, they're about to die, I should probably send this quad now. But MW didn't do that, and ended up losing. Or Colour with the TSD into a quad, and that pressure is going to be enough to top MW out. Hi, Honked. Yeah, this game's good. Yeah, MW's just had a rough few games, but I think these players are similar skill. Yeah, as I was warning at the very start of the stream, sadly there seems to be a problem with my Wi-Fi where it does randomly cut out. There's sadly a decent chance that'll happen this stream, so apologies if stream just cuts out for a few minutes while I reboot my router. I hope it won't happen, but it probably will. I do not know what the cause of it is. So just apologies in advance. But apart from that, should be all good. I do have mobile data, but I don't think I should be streaming off mobile data, because that's going to use up a lot quite quickly, and that's going to cost a lot of money. I do not have unlimited mobile data, unfortunately. Okay, Colour's in trouble now, and doesn't have the down stack in time, so MW's going to win that one. That was more of a case of, yeah, Colour just needed to go down, and wasn't. Should have T-spin mini for the back-to-back, you say, Jaden. I don't think I even know how to mini, so maybe they don't either. Okay, triple double for MW. That is going to be enough to top out Colour. Not triple double, sorry. I meant TSD into quad. It's a really simple spike, pretty easy to do. But at this level, it can well be enough to kill, as you saw. This is going to be a triple double opener. Triple double from colour. It's just going to cancel each other out. The knife player has any garbage on their board. Very nice. And W now has a nice clean well to make use of. Yeah, very nice. I think that's triple. That was a TSD into a quad into a TSD, which has sent colour all the way up. It's all clean. It should be simple enough for colour to make use of. Just quads so far though. Just not able to quite get parity to do some T spinning. And got a hole in the stack. Colour building up quite high, but MW is not down stacking, and that is going to be game for colour. Made the same mistake as me, just I think MW made the same mistake as me too often, just up stacking to the moon, but you do need to go down at some point, otherwise you just lose, because of course if you top out, that is the game. So you do have to hashtag go down. And so that is 5-2 to colour. There may be more breaks between games than usual, because I need to pick out stream matches, which is gonna take me time, and if I want to be commentating I can't do it at the same time as commentating, so apologies if there are more gaps than usual. But enjoy the vibes and the gameplay when it's on screen. I think I know which match I want. How's everyone doing today? Just waiting for some matches to finish. Some have been going on for a little while. Again, apologies, there's not much to see at the moment, just waiting for match results to come in. The match I'm waiting for, they opened the lobby like 15 minutes ago, so unless they're in a massive downstack battle, they had some technical issues, they should be finished soon. Or at least one would hope so. Oh, I see, it was a no-show. I'm just going to... Okay, so is this a no-show? Okay. Apologies if that's a staffing error. Hello, Evila. Okay, we do have our next matchup now. It's going to be Safi versus Gnome. warm up. Pretty neutral. Gnome has more garbage, but not looking in a terrible position. Gets a quick T-spin. Sappy with an S-spin, but it's not maintaining any back-to-back or anything, so it's not going to do anything. But helps keep Sappy's board clean, and Sappy's now at the bottom of their board. But Gnome will take the win for the warm-up. Gnome, of course, you can see is quite a lot higher rank than Sappy. Sappy reckons they are secretly X+, though, so... Well, I have to see. Almost identical starts here, but Sappy misdrops the DT cannon. It's going to be tricky to fix. Gnome is at the bottom of their board, does have a quad available, is going to send it. Probably a good idea, but Sappy's just about ready in time to deal with it. T-spin from Sappy into a quad. Another T-spin can be set up. Yes, it's going to do it. It does get surge with that, which is nice. Yeah, we'll want to break now because Sappy does need to go down, but the surge break alone is enough to take out Gnome. Gnome with the DT cannon. Did have an eye dependency, but resolved it. So maybe that's turned from DT cannon. I don't know my openers very well apart from TKI. Gnome with the L spin, very nice. Getting T-spin. I'm going to try and get another one for some more efficiency, but don't know how they're going to fill the left cleanly. Okay, they do so, but leave an eye dependency on the right. And he has a hole in the stack as well, which is not ideal. He is going to be able to go down, though, getting a lovely down spike. Being able to spike on your way down, of course, is very powerful, because as well as dealing with your own board, you send a lot of pressure to your opponent, makes it hard for them to deal with. Yeah, more solid play from Sappy. 3-0 against someone who is a rank up from them. But, like, Gnome doesn't look completely outcast. It should be winnable for Gnome still, but Sappy just getting these spikes. 4-0. can Gnome even score at this point? Let alone bring it back. It seems possible, but Sappy just doing very well so far. Okay, Gnome has DC Cannon. And this time, Sappy's misdrops are going to get the better of them. I do think Gnome is playing cleaner in general. It shows you can get upsets. Sappy. Okay. At the bottom of his board, and builds a T-spin, builds a quad, we count to 4. I'm just going to 09. Keep things clean, laying on pressure. Does have 3 lines of cheese at the bottom, but okay, might have to deal with it. Gnome's doing okay at getting down, so Sappy might have to eventually go down, but going to keep building Surge for the time being, not forced to go down just yet. It's going to break there. I don't know if that was a misdrop or intentional, but probably a good idea. And now they've broken back to back, can afford to go down a bit more aggressively. He's going to continue getting some efficiency though. Builds another spin, builds an eye dependency on the right. Okay, works out okay. Both very similar board states at the moment. Sappy is going to go down a bit faster though. Gnome has quite a lot of garbage to deal with. But able to keep sending. Solid mid-game from both players. Except Sappy has a lot of holes in his stack, which he's going to have to resolve somehow. Interesting S-spin to skim. About gets the T-spin in time. Needs to do some more down stacking. Is going to be able to do so. Nice J-spin to avoid a messy stack on the left for Sappy. Gnome looking very clean with a 5-4. 4 lines of cheese at the bottom, but Gnome doesn't have any more immediate pressure, so Sappy does have time to get out. And is going to do so. In fact, he's going to find a nice little spike there to finish the game off in their favour, taking the game 5-1 to Gnome. 5-1 over Gnome. And so that is a pretty strong upset from Sappy. Well played to them. And they are seeds 4 and 5. So they are the 2 players who are between S and S+. But yes, well played, Sappy. I will be seeing them again because they are top 8 now. Let's find something else to watch in the loser's side. Just gotta wait for a match to become available. Will be loser's side. Winner's side will be ready for top 8, but we're quite a bit behind on losers still. we do of our next match? Oh, Major in a stats gonna load? Oh, because I misspelt it. Major. Okay. They did say they're ready. I didn't see when they said they're ready, but so hopefully they're both still around. This is the warm-up for Majorna versus MW. Okay, they are both here. Good. NW getting pretty high. Doesn't look like that difficult stack though. No, Majorna didn't have the pressure to capitalise. Oh, Majorna with the misdrops, it's not going to be good. The L piece is misplaced and then the T misdrop on the left. So I think for a fair while there, but not long enough. And I desperately need the toilet, so hold for a moment. Right, apologies for the wait. Okay. Wow, Major Unit is going really fast. 3 pieces per second. Again, about 0.5 back-to-back per second. You were seeing this yesterday in TAWS U. Really explosive start from Majorna. Stack's getting a bit messy here. Has the TST shape? I think it only cleared 1 though. MW has some horrible cheese to deal with. A double hole bottom line of the stack and then 3 lines of cheese garbage, I think. But no chance to even get to the pressure that Majorna was putting on them. Majorna has a lovely stack, going to be able to build up more back to back. Even getting the T spin in the middle of the stack on their right there. That's some great play from Majorna. What's MW going to do to respond? MW having a TKI slightly slower, but enough to counter Majorna's TKI, enough to cancel it. Building pretty nicely now. Slightly higher on level than MW. Majorna also gets down and still maintains back-to-back. It's a very scary situation for MW. Has the T-spin here, but with a surge advance from Majorna. Okay, MW has the garbage ready there. Maybe you should have stalled a bit, but if MW had stalled with that garbage and the eyepiece ready, Majorna could just keep back-to-backing and just save the surge break for later, so it doesn't really solve anything. MW probably needs to build a little bit cleaner after sending the quads. Because they weren't actually dead to Majorna's surge break, but with their stack being as messy as it was, they didn't have a response. Majorna's stack is not looking fantastic now. Back to back. This is a chance for for MW, sorry, to try and get a score on the board, but MW's stack's not looking great either. Majorna's managed to get down. Majorna's fixed his mistakes better than MW, quicker than MW. This is not looking good for MW. And that is going to be a sweep for Majorna. Now that is knocking MW out of the tournament. Before top 8. Majorna is our first top 8 from the loser's side. I think all the other matches started, so I think we do go into top 8 from here. Yeah, we are going to go into top 8 here. Just trying to get everything set up as usual. I'm just going to make sure the rest of top 8 are aware they're in top 8. I think Mao should have played their game. Oopsie. Well, it's not the end of the world. So we won't be seeing that on stream. It's our fault for not capturing it. Let's check this right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so we missed the other winners semi-final, unfortunately. Got all our top 8 ready, which is good. Okay, 2-2 on this match. I've done all the admin I need to do off stream. Stacker finding the down stack is going to be safe despite being very high up. Sappy! Oh, I had some great wells to use, but just not able to do it in time. In the face of Stacker's down stacking. DT from Sappy. Oh, nice down fact. Sappy puts a lot of pressure on Stacker. He's not going to be able to deal with it. And that is going to be game for Stacker. Sorry I wasn't able to commentate that match. Let's see. Nice tools break as well, very close. Well done to Stacker, seems the fan favourite in chat. Won that one. Stacker is the top seed this tournament. We'll do Gnome versus Carla next, I think. And So here's our top 8 bracket. Stacker will be up against Meowager in the winners finals, but we will be watching losers 8ths and losers quarterfinals first. I'm gonna have warm up. Much shorter tournament than last week. Oh, that's wrong, sorry. It's not Stacker versus Sappy. It is Gnome versus Electricolor. As you can see, Gnome's SS color is S+. So Gnome is the favourite going into this. Gnome is very much a regular here at TAWS. I haven't seen Carl around so much. Really interesting to see what happens here. Gnome got some self-made cheese there. Able to get through it okay though, getting a nice little combo down spike as well, finishing with the quad. Yeah, that's going to be enough to take out colour. It shows, yeah, if you mess up your board, you can find a creative T-spin or creative down stack out of it. It's not a huge problem. It's DT from Gnome. Dull from colour. Mid-game at the moment. Colour, sending some more pressure across. Oh, building up T-spin to keep the pressure on Gnome. That's very good for Colour. Gnome needs to get down fast. Isn't able to do so fast enough. I thought that was dangerous for Colour, because Colour didn't have much resources to work with to finish Gnome off, and Gnome's board state didn't look terrible, but actually Colour was able to make some pressure. Very quick T-spins. Well, it didn't take many pieces for her to build. Gnome didn't have an immediate out, so That was enough to win Carla that game. Carla now building back to back. Good idea to break it there, otherwise she risks not being able to use it at all. Oh, misdropped the TPs. I don't think Color had quite the right pieces to get out there anyway. So Gnome is going to pull ahead. Gnome with the DT. Strong early pressure. Color has the triple double though. And does cancel. And throws it back to Gnome, but Garbage is very nice for Gnome. Comes up on the left where his well already was. Color breaks Surge first. Gnome's going to be able to keep building. Yeah, go for the spin there. Spin single, but it will do. And then the Surge Break is enough to finish Color off, who was already not in a fantastic position. 4-1, it is match point for Gnome. Doesn't look impossible for Color though. Color has been playing very well. DC from Gnome. Color, I think, bailing out for a T-spin triple. Probably sensible, but needed to very quickly down stack out of that. Wasn't able to, and so Gnome, with the continued pressure, is able to finish Color off. Well played to Gnome. We'll be facing Patty soon. But we are going to see Magenta versus Zayulu first. SS Zayulu S+ again. Seen a few of these this tournament. I think it's because only the top 4 players are SS. The Seed 5 was S+. No, that can't be right actually, because Magenta was Seed 6. Ah, anyway. Point is, not everyone is really high SS, so it's good to see some slightly lower ranked players playing in these tournaments. over from Zayulu into a down spike. It's a very strong play. Major is scared despite being the lower rank though. See how that goes. For both of them. Zayulu very quick up the blocks. Major faster though, nearly 3 pieces per second. Okay, dropping down quite a bit now. They're out of opener phase. Major gets some nice backs back there. Doesn't even need to break surge to take out Zayulu. Get some strong backs back again. Up to back times 8, times 9, times 10. Big disadvantage to Zayulu, who's got some nice garbage to work through, but any point Majorna can send this surge, which they do now. Zayulu, I think, was survivable, but then the follow-up from Majorna makes it not survivable. So yeah, strong play from Majorna there. So Zayulu in a pretty bad spot here with the many lines of cheesy garbage, if he even manages to get down to it, which he doesn't. Majorna 3-0 up, despite being very scared before the match. It's not going too badly for him. Misdropping the opener though. Zayulu's got a chance. Majorna's going to have to spend quite a lot of time fixing this. Decides not to go for the T-spin, just trying to get down quicker, which is probably sensible, pretty high at the moment. Okay, he's going to get the T-spin there. S-spin, but not going to maintain back-to-back, just needs to get down. I don't know what that is. Doesn't... T-spin didn't clear, yeah, no, okay. So Majorna, unfortunately, basically couldn't fix his misdrop right from the start, and so Zayulu is able to win that just by applying pressure while Majorna fails to downstack. Majorna looking better shape this round though. Oh, gets the colour clear. And has a nice well, which they're able to get, I think, T-spin and 2 quads out of. Zayulu not in a terrible position though. But Majorna's building up surge. Zayulu able to fix the misdrop with the L-spin. It's very nice. And putting more spins. Not sending that much pressure. Majorna surviving okay for now. Let's give the game to Majorna. Quite a lot back and forth though. That was a good game. Both players playing very well. triple double from Zolu, and same for Magearna, slightly later. And Zolu's the one who's getting pushed further up, and Magearna's maintaining back-to-back. It's a dangerous position for Zolu to be in. Magearna's still maintaining back-to-back, able to get T-spin double, I think that said out of that. Still maintaining back-to-back, despite a fairly messy board. Sends the Surge, it's not actually going to do anything on this occasion. Magearna doesn't have follow-up for it. Zolu all the way back down to the bottom of his board. So yeah, it was dangerous situation for Zolu. Ended up not being so bad, but Magearna continuing to send pressure, and the Elmis drop probably going to be fatal for Zolu. Yeah, not going to have enough time to fix that, and that is game. Five-1 to Magearna, but Zolu playing very well. That is Zolu out of the tournament. Thank you for playing. Well, if you think Magearna wins, do keep placing your bets on Magearna in the predictions, and if someone puts their T-Bucks the other side, then you'll win something for it. On this occasion, though, someone put 309 on Magearna and someone put 1 on Zolu. Oh, no, I made a mistake. Yeah, sorry, no, my mistake. Yeah, sorry, it is Patty versus Gnome. Patterson is Minji in game. Hello CXY, welcome. You're not playing in this one? I can't remember actually if you've hit you. Minji with the all clear. Doesn't look irredeemable for Gnome, then indeed Gnome gets pretty much to the bottom of his board. G maintaining back-to-back, got another T-spin double. Decides to break there. Sensible. Gnome was nearly dead anyway. G looking at a good position again. Oh, the L misdrop though. Now I'm looking very clean with the 09 stack. Minji though, if they can get down to the well, which they are able to do. Can gnome down stack. Oh, it takes a while. Finally gets a line of coverage. Oh, but the BS misdrop. Okay, does manage to drop the TP, so now has to do some more down stacking and is able to do so. Wow, Minji has a lovely well there, but it's not able to use it. I'm impressed gnome managed to get out of that situation. Very, very high on the board misdrop, but instead of giving up, he keeps fighting and in the end is rewarded with a round win for that. DT from Gnome, all clear from Minji. Minji up stacking quite a lot. Okay, it's going to go down now. Gnome in trouble. Just a little bit of pressure will be enough to top him out, and sure enough, Minji finds that pressure. Looks like a TKO back to me. No one's going to go for it though. DT and stuff and Gnome all clear from Minji. Into mid game. Gnome getting the surge, sending it straight away. Minji's okay. Gnome has a lovely world to make use of. Pretty good use of that. Minji should be able to get their own well uncovered though, does so. And in fact, that little bit of pressure from Minji was enough to take out Gnome. Doesn't seem like there's much between these two players. Just one getting a slight advantage over the other can be enough. But also, both are quite durable, as we saw with Gnome's misdrop recovery at the top of his board. This seems very unpredictable to me as to who's going to win this. Gnome with a hole in his stack, but he's going to be able to fix it. Minji, okay, does have some pressure. Cheats double quad into cheats double quad, and that pressure is going to be enough to take out Gnome, who was going a little bit slower because the misdrop. Well, I think there's a misdrop there, a messier stack than he probably would have hoped for. Decent cannon from Gnome, not particularly fast one. 2.5 pieces per second. I guess that is fast, didn't look very fast. Because he had to do some upstacking on the right. Minji maintaining back to back. Probably could just send it. Well, maybe not actually. Gnome had pretty much ready to go. So actually probably sensible for Minji to keep building Surge. Try and find something that's not going to be a simple counter. Sends a 9 Surge. Gnome does tank it, but it's not enough to take him out. And sends his own Surge back. Minji is going faster, knows that they need to get down right now. Make use of the nice wall they had, but both looking pretty messy now. Gnome has a quad, Minji does not. Gnome right at the bottom as well. Minji has to do quite a lot of down stacking to stay alive here. But is gonna find it. Nothing dramatic in terms of pressure, but it is free now and is free to use the clean. Gnome has 3 lines of cheese to get through before getting to his own clean. And as he takes time getting through those lines of garbage, Minji takes the win. We saw a lot of that in TAWS U101 yesterday. Again, if a player has lines of pure cheese to get through, the opponent can, and doesn't, the opponent can just send some pressure before they can get through that cheese. And that can be enough to take them out. I think back in JS days, people probably played cheese race a little bit more as practice, and maybe were a little bit more adept at downstacking cheese, especially because JS rewards downstacking. It's not really something that's so rewarded in Tetrio. Tetrio is more about, obviously, Surge. But even before Surge in Season 1, more about maintaining back-to-back high-pressure attacks. Minji does get the win there. Gnome Spore State not looking fantastic in that final game. And so that is 5-1 to Minji. And that is it for Gnome. I'm sure we will see them in a future tournament. They are a regular here. We will be watching Sappy versus Majourna next. I thought it was Sappy Clan. Oh, it's just Sappy. Hold on, that's the Discord username. That should fix it. Let's see about that. DT from Sappy, Majourna the triple double, and the well there needs to get quad out of it as well. Yes, going to very carefully build that, I think basically a forecasted TSD, well played by Majourna. Try and maintain more back-to-back. No, it's just going to break there. Can't find a way to do it. Sappy has to do a bit of down stacking. He's going to find a T-spin on top of the down stack. Jonah again, thinking carefully about how he wants to deal with this. Okay, yeah, Sappy's got a really nice ball to make use of. Isn't going to go out yet. Jonah back-to-back times 5. The L miss drop, I think, was fatal for Sappy there. Given more pressure coming in from Jonah. Didn't even need to break Surge. Straight into the match. Sappy, very clean 09 stack. Going to be able to maintain back-to-back. Jonah in what in theory is a better 5-4 stack. And is indeed catching up with the Surge despite going slower than Sappy. Sappy breaks at 10, I think. Jonah has 10. Breaks now, probably a good thing. As well as keeping Jonah alive, it also actually tops out Sappy. And Sappy possibly needs to try and go down a bit faster given the Surge disadvantage once the 10's been sent. Sappy with a 20 spike right at the start. And he does a slight dent to Jonah though. Oh, that is going to push Jonah up a lot though. Jonah also finding a big spike. Wow. Big plays from both sides. Sappy comes out on top that time. Duty cannon from Sappy. Z spin, T spin, J spin, L spin. All the spins isn't able to get to Surge though. Spin. Lots of fancy all spins from Jonah, but Sappy just able to play a lot more cleanly. Send pressure, stay low. And it's going to be a win for Sappy. It's now ahead against Jonah. Jonah building up massive back-to-back. This looks bad for Sappy, but does have some resistance available, so I can see why Jonah isn't breaking right now. Sappy may well be able to survive a break. Okay, not right now. Yeah, okay, Jonah does send there. Sappy didn't have immediate resources to make use of. Was just slightly not clean enough. And of course, there is a massive surge from Jonah, so without being basically perfectly ready, it's not going to be survivable. Played by Jonah. Sappy with a Beautiful 09, very clean, getting 3 quads there. Yeah, fourth one. Do some 09 sprinting, and it is working well for Sappy. Majorna sends breaks first, Sappy then breaks, and wins. Wow, the 09 sprint. Pretty cleanly winning that round. Sappy with a DT this time. Major with a double dagger. Gonna help build Surge. Gets Surge, breaks it straight away, forcing Sappy to break at about 8, I think. So Sappy had the bigger Surge, but actually they just about cancel each other. Both for similar-ish board states. Majorna is higher up though. Doesn't look terrible for Majorna. Especially because Sappy doesn't have immediate pressure send. Majorna manages to find a down stack all the way to the bottom of his board, even though it wasn't really a completely clean garbage, so impressive find from Majorna, but the T misdrop here is going to be fatal. Sappy not giving Majorna enough time to fix it. And so Sappy 1 game away from knocking Majorna out of the tournament and getting himself into losers semi-finals. Double for Majorna. Sappy, not in an impossible position, no. Gets the quad there. And that is going to be death for Majorna, just misdropping a little bit too much. Well played to Sappy for a convincing margin of victory, 5-2. Which is not actually an upset. Sappy is the higher seed, but I think people Majorna often does very well in tournament play, so it feels like a bit of an upset. But yeah, we'll play to Sappy. Now, how many R's there in Meowja again? 9, I think. That should be that wrong. Yeah, I had to get that. Now we're going to go straight into warm up. Oh, Stacker finding a nice combo there. But Miaja has clean garbage to work with. So it's going to be quite alright. Thank you very much. Sending Stacker pretty high up. Stacker has appeared as clean as Stacker's side as well, though. Just needs to get down before Miaja sends lethal pressure, and is just about able to do so. Miaja now has messy garbage and is not going to be able to get that down in time. So Stacker takes the warm-up. Two people thinking Stack is going to win, but one person putting a bigger bet on Miaja. Three people think Stack is going to win. All three of those people will be winning about 9 times what they put in back if Stacker does indeed win. Because it's a big bet that's put on Miaja, so we'll have to see how it goes. Stacker getting the first round. And the second, both pretty quick. Stacker going for what I think looks like a PC start, but doesn't have a PC. Yago got a triple double start of some sort. It's looking dangerous for Stacker, but no, Stacker is all good, prepared for it. Miaja now has a very questionable upstack. Garbage is very usable, but needs to be able to get down to it, and is just doesn't get the eyepiece in time, basically, to make use of the clean one on the left. Pretty similar. I think it's identical first 3 pieces. Miaja, I think, timing to cancel there. Stacker breaking surge to cancel himself. Covering his own well. Okay. Oh, has the clean one on the right available and then covers it with the J piece. That's so unfortunate. Stacker, that's definitely survivable for him there. Stacker getting the PC. Azura's got a triple double though, so that's also going to send quite a bit. He's going to land second board, pushing him right up. He needs to get the eyepiece over, just about does, but Miaja has follow-up pressure, so that is going to be another round to Miaja. How the turns table. Except Stacker's still ahead. Stacker with a 9-0, breaks at 6, has follow-up, but yeah, not in terrible position. It's not the cleanest board, but seems to be successfully getting it down and is basically out now. Stacker also has a nice board to work with. Lovely clean whirl on the right. It's gonna make a nice 9-0. 9-0 can be a bit slow to build on, not very efficient, but transitions to the 5-4 and doesn't even need to make much use of that in the end. They did manage to find a T-spin on the right with the 9-0, which was good for Stacker. And yeah, just able to put a lot of pressure on the Meowger and top him out. Stacker now one game away from getting to the winner's side of Grand Finals. Meowger waiting. So probably put the J piece to the right, and then we'll have a T-spin double to the left. Not sure why they're stalling there actually, because Meowger still have 2 pieces to place. I don't think placing the J would have stalled the first piece. Maybe Meowger wanted to tank it? I guess so actually, because otherwise if Meowger had sent first, then if Meowger had sent first, it would have appeared on Stacker's side of the board, and Meowger wouldn't have received anything. So I guess they figured it was worth receiving in that situation, but in the end, it resolves out to be Meowger losing in the Stacker, taking it 5-2. Yeah, it's the first big stalling thing I think we've seen on the stream this tournament. I don't think we saw any situations like that last tournament either. It's been a little while since I've seen that. So yeah, Stacker goes to winner's side. We are going to have Sappy versus Minji up now. Sappy getting through to top 4 is S+. Yeah, Sappy C5, S+. We did update the TL beforehand. Maybe people have been playing TL since, so the seedings don't seem to match the TR anymore. But yeah. Oh yeah, Stacker won that one, so people get a lot of channel points off whoever put the big bet on Meowger. Sappy getting pushed pretty high up, has a lot of garbage to work through if he wants to stay alive. Minji does have a little bit of pressure there. That one T-spin double is going to be enough to top Sappy out in the warm-up. Minji very high up, has had a quadwell in their up stack, which they just weren't quite able to make use of. Didn't have an eyepiece coming up, I don't think. Sappy looking pretty clean here. Minji does have Surge though, just putting pressure on Sappy to get down quick. Oh, he's able to find a little combo down stack to survive. Minji has a very clean well to make use of. Sappy just going for the triple to stay alive. Sappy doing a good job of staying alive. Minji had resources, but it's not going to be enough while Sappy is doing a good job of making sure he stays down as much as he can. Oh, it's just about going to stay alive again, even with the surge break. Sappy being very clinical here, like slightest error could be lethal for him, with Minji just continuously laying on pressure, but Sappy is downstacking very well. Just finds the eyepiece in time, and Minji's going to be the first to make a mistake and getting punished for it. That's really well played by Sappy. Minji basically had the advantage for the entire game there, but Sappy just continuously downstacking correctly, staying alive just in time, and in the end Minji makes the mistakes. That's a fantastic defensive play from Sappy. Oh, and another misdrop from Minji, this time with the J piece. It's going to be a quick game for Sappy as a result. So that shows even when you've got really flashy plays, they can just all come down to the misdrop. And if you're good at fixing misdrops, like you feel like OSW, then that's fine, but otherwise it can be a big problem. Sappy will be misdrop, and yeah, is able to fix it basically. Minji doesn't immediately punish. He could have punished quicker, but Sappy's gonna just about have the pieces to survive again. Yes, a fantastic duel. Minji getting to Surge first. I think Sappy broke before Surge, but again able to find that down stack. Sappy's just winning with slightly better defensive play. Well, very good defensive play actually, into Minji's stronger offense. It's just an amazing game because, to be honest, Minji seems to be more dominant, but Sappy's defensive play means that he's 4-0 up, in danger of taking a sweep. It's just very good play from Sappy. Yeah, Minji again, T-spin double, I think another spin there, and then a quad. Has Surge. Sends it, but it just doesn't really do anything. Sappy is well prepared. interesting. Okay, does get the quad well just about in time for Sappy, but okay, is going to die that time. Not quite able to down stack well enough. Not in time. Sappy with a very clean 09 stack. Minji with a very clean 4-5. I think Minji misdrops the L piece, but it's not really a huge issue. And Minji is at the bottom of their board. Sappy with a J spin to fix a stack. And taking a couple of quads. Keeping things as clean as they can. Has a I dependency. Does use the I piece, I think, there to fix it. Okay, and that time Minji's efficiency does get the better of him. Minji with the perfect clear. It's not going to get a second there, especially the line of garbage there. And again, Minji the one building Surge. Sappy in a good defensive position though. And is going to use that pressure from Minji and just clear those quads from the well that's appeared on the left very conveniently for him. Minji now in a dangerous situation, and Minji can't afford to lose another game because that is them out of the tournament. If they do, he needs to get down, but nah, Sappy is the defensive master, and that is match to Sappy, not a sweep in the end. Minji getting two at the end. Well played Sappy though. We've got Sappy versus Meowdra next. Okay, we are going to see a warm up. Oh, Sappy didn't look like they were in a hopeless position there, but I think this dropped near the top quite uncharacteristically. And so it does lose the point. Sappy, very clean 09 stack. Meowja not looking so clean. Not a huge issue though. I think it's going to be able to downstack this. And in fact, Sappy just not quite getting down in time. I think maybe it was 2 pieces? Well, 1 piece behind. If they were able to drop the J down to the right and then have the eyepiece for the well on the left, it would have been fine. Sappy only, yeah, very slightly behind. I think we did see last game that they did have just a lot of just-in-time survivals, so if they're against a slightly faster opponent, they're going to be in trouble. But that is some more pretty uncharacteristic misdrops from Sappy. I don't know if maybe he's running out of energy playing the second game in a row. Meowja not actually going that fast, only 1 piece per second. Sappy going at 2. Meowja winning again. I'm struggling to understand this. I think Meowja's playing very efficient. Sappy's just not playing quite as tightly as he did last game. DT from Sappy is going to send Meowja up, but then Meowja can just send the garbage right back. I feel like he probably did done a bit quicker there, but still, it's going to send some pressure to Sappy, who is actually basically safe. Meowja with a nice 6-3. No garbage on board. It's always a good position to be in. Well, gets garbage there, and it appears perfect well for him. Okay, now has more messy garbage to at the bottom. It's better, looking better for Sappy now. 4 lines of cheese for Meowja. He's got down 2 of them, 3 of them. Meowja's nearly out. Sappy has nice cheese sent back to him instead. Okay, can we see some of the amazing Sappy defensive play that we saw last game? He's going to need it. Oh, yes, just in time, just in time. That's the Sappy defensive play we're used to. And yes, Sappy is out. Dicey situation, but clean defensive play coming in clutch again for Sappy this game. Now Meowja's getting pushed pretty high. Does Meowja have Sappy levels of defensive play? Whoa, that was good. It was looking dicey, but now it looks much tidier. Sappy, trouble again. Gravity's going to be getting a bit faster. Reducing the amount of time they have to think before they can place their pieces. Meowja's sensibly not going for the T-spin overhang there because it will build on top of the well. Meowja's able to get down, but Sappy also, Sports State's not looking in a bad position. Just goes for the triple, try and stay low. Meowja in trouble. Getting to 3 minutes, it's going to be margin time. Attacks are going to send more. And the gravity gets over faster. Meowja just about has the eyepiece in time. Good defensive play from Meowja as well, we're seeing. Sappy's at the bottom of his board. Meowja just about gets the J piece in time. Oh, and then slams the eyepiece over to the left. Miyaja probably could have survived longer, but that one miss drop is going to be fatal. Given that he was at the top of his board, and given it's over 3 minutes into that game. That is the longest game we've seen this stream. Great defensive play from both players, but Sappy able to come out on top. Now, can Miyaja get a quick win, or is he going to be sucked into Sappy's excellent long game play? No, Miyaja is able to get the quick win, nearly 100 APM. Not going to get dragged down in another long game. Sappy needs to win 4 in a row now to stay in the tournament. And it's going to be grueling, because Sappy needs to play better in the longer rounds. So possibly that could be like 12 minutes of solid play that Sappy will need. And it looks like Miyaja is going to try and finish it out quick, but not able to do so. Sappy finding a good down stack there. Is it going to be enough to take out Miyaja? It is this time. Alright, 3 games for Sappy. Can he do it, chat? DT cannon. Oh, Miyaja with a lovely down stack combo, and Sappy is not going to be able to survive that. Well played, Miyaja. Get 5-2, but game felt closer than the scoreline looks. Definitely looked winnable for Sappy. But it would have had to play very well for a very long time, I think. So, yeah, Miyaja takes that one. But yeah, good round for Sappy, who takes 3rd in this tournament. We will see a run back for grand finals. Another round of Stacker versus Miyaja. C2 was Mimji, who got knocked out and loses semis, coming 4th. So we have Seed 1 Stacker against Seed 3 Miyaja for the grand finals. Alright, should be back. Apologies, I disconnected. I switched my mobile data, which I think is about as fast as my Wi-Fi, so it should be okay. Hopefully. And it's just for finals, so it won't take up too much of my mobile data. Apologies for that. That was we managed to get through the whole stream without my Wi-Fi disconnecting for 2 hours, and then it disconnects just before grand finals. Not ideal. But we nearly made it all the way through. Just try to get music back if I can. Yeah, there we go. Oh, come on. Just trying to do the announcement for the grand finals. Right, here's warm up. That's going to be a game from Yaraja. First of 5 for grand. Oh, sorry, first of 7 for grand finals. TAWS America. There we go. While that's happening, I need to make a rapid list. Oh, pretty messy board state for Stacker. I think I'm just going to take that. Triple, T-spin triple for Stacker. Nothing else though. Stacker needs to downstack quickly to deal with this incoming garbage. He's not going to be able to do so. Wow, man, it's going to go 3-0 up. Stacker's got to get back into this somehow. It's not dropping pieces. Make sure there's no issues. Not sure why they said high in chat. Just going to be stalling for no apparent reason. Okay. So after a very slow start, don't know why Stacker wasn't dropping pieces there. Maybe there's something IRL going on. Stacker was able to put enough pressure onto Miaja to take that game. Stacker building up some strong back-to-back now. From the surge, sending a 16 spike. Miaja, yeah, not going to go out there. Has T-spin into a quad. Stacker has a lovely well here for quads. Yeah, quad, T-spin quad. Miaja, not a bad position. I think maybe should have used the L to clear the well on the right. As a result, it's not uncovered his well quick enough, and that is going to be a fatal mistake. Yeah, just not downstacking efficiently enough there. Letting Stacker back into this game. Miaja holding the eyepiece there. Maybe a mishold, maybe he wasn't expecting that much damage to come in from Stacker. Because if he was able to drop the eyepiece damage to the left, I don't think Miaja would have topped out, or at least not as quickly. And And so Stacker is going to draw it level. Very strong attack from Stacker. Wow, Stacker winning 4 games in a row. Yeah, great spike. Meowja. Oh, getting the all clear. That's a pretty unconventional all clear. I don't think that was an opener. Could be wrong. Didn't look like something you normally see. Both sending pretty big attacks using their clean garbage. Meowja needs to do so again to get down. Has a very clear well to do that, to send some damage with Stacker sending pressure as well. Meowja, yeah, needs to use the L there to just get down a little bit, avoid being topped out early. Stacker has pressure as well though, it's just big numbers flying back and forth, both over 80 APM. Meowja coming out on top of that. There's, yeah, a lot of big attacks going back and forth. To be honest, felt like anyone could have won an exchange, but Meowja comes out on top at the end. 4-4, it is a first of 3. To decide if Stacker wins this tournament or if Meowja forces a true finals, a bracket reset. Pretty strong attack from Stacker. Meowja, I think, was able to get out, but with the follow-up pressure from Stacker, it's just not given the time to do so. Stacker near, well, it was near the top of his board, has down stacked it pretty well. Now putting Meowja in some trouble. Oh, goes for the T-spin instead of just dropping the S down straight away to reveal the well. Gets away with it. I think it's a bit risky. Probably could have gone for the faster down stack given how high he was, and yeah, probably punished in the end there. He needs to get down a bit more, but even the slightest bit pressure from Stacker was enough to top him out due to him staying so high. course, tournament point for Stacker. 3 tournament points. And Stacker, yeah, was getting pressured, but was in the middle of a down stack, so just doesn't do anything in the end. Meowager has a nice one on the right, Stacker on the left. Oh, Stacker should have held to get the eyepiece to drop down the left to survive, but I guess she just didn't spot that lethal pressure in time. It's okay for Stacker, still has 2 tournament points. And we'll probably want to close this tournament out though, not let it drag on. Meowager building a big surge though. Stacker needs to ensure they're ready for it. Okay, survived surge. And Meowager did not have an immediate follow-up. Stacker's able to get to the bottom of his board. 18 spike. And it doesn't arrive as clean on Meowager's side, so Meowager's got quite a bit of down stacking to do. Stacker has some mess they've made themselves in their board though. Okay, clears it down pretty cleanly. And is back pretty much to the bottom of his board. Whereas Meowager still has some garbage to get through. Gets through all the messy garbage. And now both near the bottom of their board. Both probably going to have to try and find something to take their opponents out with. Stacker up stacking a bit. Good position for Meowager to be in, 6-3. Stacker finding a T-spin, has a quad available. Now Stacker in the 6-3 stack, Meowager in the 9-0. Oh, Stacker has to cover as well. Okay, fine. Gets to the eyepiece. And a 3-6. Now Stacker was moved across a bit, but it's okay. Gets to the bottom of his board. And after that really long rally, I think that's it for Meowager. It is it. Wow, Meowager really well fought. Very back and forth, very neutral in the middle as well. I did not know which way that was going to go, but Stacker comes out on top in the end in a very closely fought battle. Well played to Stacker. Denying the true finals and just simply taking the win, 7-5. Okay, I'm just going to get the raffle ready for the Not for Tetrio supporter to be paid out when we are able to pay it out. So Stacker gets an extra entry. And thank you to Banana Man for putting the raffle list together for me so I could focus on commentary. So here we go, let's see who wins this. It's going to be the Chill Boy, also known as Major, not on Tetrio. Congratulations. But yeah, here's the top 8 bracket. We haven't announced our tournaments for next week yet. I think I will be running Pulse America 102 same time next week. We'll have to see if any other tournaments happen, but they've not been announced yet. But thank you everyone for taking part in the tournaments. this week. We've been able to run this weekend. We've been able to run 4 tournaments this weekend, so pretty packed. Keeping things busy even when there aren't other big tournaments on. Well, there was European Tetra Monthly this weekend, so that was a big one. A bigger one, monthly rather than a weekly. So yeah, it's been a lot going on this weekend. I think there was the 2 Hummingbird Nest tournaments as well, so I think there was like 7 Tetra tournaments in total. But yeah, we hope to have tournaments on next weekend as well. Just need to see which of the organisers are available. Lol. Well, there's not going to be FUG finals because no one's redeemed this time. I am just going to go into a raid. Thanks again, everyone, for taking part. And I'm just going to find someone to raid. Oh yes, I've got someone. BenXT, legendary community leader and coach. Do ask Ben for gameplay advice. I think he's short on people who want it at the moment. So, yes, I think he'd be very happy to take a request for a replay review or something. So do bug him about that. And yeah, we'll see you same time next week, maybe earlier. So see you then.